Dreams about falling. Dreams about falling are like those moments when you miss a step on the stairs and suddenly think you're auditioning for a stunt double role in an action movie, only to wake up with your heart racing like you just ran a marathon. But what these dreams are trying to tell you is that you're losing control of your responsibilities, emotions, or something important in your life, and need to grab the reins a little tighter. Dreams about falling would usually pop up when you're clinging to a slippery pole of deadlines at work, when you're in a relationship that feels more unstable than a girl's mood during her period. I am just joking. In the scientific community, dreaming about falling is called a hypnic jerk. It's just your brain's way of being dramatic. You know, to make your nap more exciting, but it can be uncomfortable and sometimes scary. If you want to avoid it, then you need to start grounding yourself emotionally to tackle those stressors head on, like finally facing that looming deadline at work or having that awkward conversation with your partner. Also, avoid caffeine, scary movies, or that existential scroll through social media right before bed. Dreams about flying. Flying dreams are the gold star of the dream world. They usually symbolize freedom, ambition, and what it would feel like if you would just let go of the baggage holding you down. Think of it like taking mental vacations. So you'd most likely dream about flying when you're craving escape, feeling on top of your game, or desperately needing a win in your work, education, or personal relationship. Alternatively, if you've been binge watching superhero movies or daydreaming about quitting your job to live off the grid, flying dreams might just be a reflection of those lofty aspirations. However, flying dreams feel different for everyone. They can be exhilarating, empowering, or downright ridiculous, depending on how your brain decides to stage the event. If the flying is effortless, it means your life might be in a rare, sweet spot where everything feels light and easy. Or maybe your brain is just buttering you up before it drops a teeth-falling-out nightmare tomorrow. But if you're struggling to take off, or find yourself flapping awkwardly like a human-sized bird who missed flying school, that's your subconscious reminding you of those doubts or responsibilities you keep dodging. It's like your brain handed you wings but forgot the instruction manual. Dreams about being chased. Dreams about being chased are like your brain's version of a bad action movie, except only you're the star, and the plot makes zero sense. Being chased in a dream often points to something in real life that you're trying to avoid or run away from, like responsibility, fears, or that pile of laundry staring at you from the corner of your room. Now, if the thing chasing you is completely nonsensical, like a paperclip or a giant marshmallow, it means that your stress is so vague and undefined that even your brain is improvising. But if you have those kinds where you're running but not getting anywhere, like you're stuck on a treadmill, this means you feel like you're working hard but not making progress, like life is hitting the snooze button on your efforts. And if the chaser moves like someone wading through molasses, it might mean the issue isn't as urgent as it feels, or maybe it's just your brain trying to add suspense. However, dreams about being chased are not just about running. Your reaction matters, and each action says something about how you're dealing with challenges in real life. If you're sprinting like an Olympic athlete, it means you're avoiding something. But if the dream is you hiding behind a trash can, it means you're denying your responsibilities or stalling. And if you turn around and fight the monster, well, good for you. Dream you has some guts. Dreams about teeth falling out. Dreams about teeth falling out are the weird, panicky moments when your subconscious decides to play orthodontist, except it's not doing a great job. One minute you're floating on the clouds in dreamland, and the next your teeth are dropping like popcorn kernels. These dreams are basically showing you how insecure you feel about your appearance or how worried you are about your self-worth. It could also be tied to feelings of anxiety or fear of losing control. On the flip side, some dream interpretations see this as a sign of transformation or growth, because losing teeth is a rite of passage when you're a kid. So maybe it's your subconscious hinting at new beginnings. You know, like upgrading from baby teeth to permanent ones. Except in this dream, the permanent ones never show up. The usual suspects behind this kind of dream are stress and change. Maybe you've got a big presentation at work, and your brain decides to equate the stakes with losing your front teeth mid-sentence. Even physical elements like grinding your teeth at night or clenching your jaw can also make you dream about losing your teeth. That's your body reminding you to chill out, because even your subconscious is tired of the tension. Dreams about being naked. Dreaming about being naked is the mental equivalent of stepping into a spotlight. It could mean you're as confident as a rooster in a room full of chickens, or finally coming out of your shell and embracing your true self. Maybe you finally gathered the courage to ask your crush on a date, or smash that goal you set for yourself at the beginning of the year. But it's not always about being confident. confident. Sometimes this naked dream would come when you're worried about how others perceive you, especially when you just started a new job, shared a big secret, or opened up to someone emotionally. So your fear of being vulnerable or exposed would basically make your subconscious present you in your birthday suit in the dream world. But if we're being honest, Dream You could have chosen literally any other metaphor. Dreams about being unable to speak. Dreams about being unable to speak are like your brain handing you the mic for your big solo and then cutting the sound right before you start. No matter how hard you try to yell, whisper, or even grunt, your voice is MIA. It's like running a race with your shoelaces tied together. No matter how hard you try, you're just not getting anywhere. It's frustrating, bizarre, and makes you wake up wondering if you should book a dream speech therapist. These dreams are all about feeling powerless or unheard in your real life. They often swoop in like a hawk when you're in a situation where you feel like your opinions don't matter or you're struggling to express yourself. You see, when a situation makes you feel voiceless, whether it's because of a tough boss, an overbearing friend, or just a sense of self-doubt, your brain translates that into a dream scenario where you can't speak. It's the ultimate metaphor for feeling stuck or frustrated. On the flip side, these dreams might also pop up when you're holding something back, like a secret or an unresolved issue. Imagine your brain waving a flag that says, "Talk it out already." So if you want to stop having dreams where you can't speak, you might want to stop holding back your thoughts and start trying to express yourself. And if it's a situation where you feel unheard, focus on strengthening your self-esteem. Confidence is like dream armor, less chance of a mute button moment. Dreams about food. Ever dreamt about a table loaded with food that just keeps coming? This could reflect abundance in your life, or that your brain has fully embraced its inner foodie. Food dreams are like your subconscious flipping through a menu of your deepest desires. They often symbolize physical, emotional, or even spiritual nourishment. And it's not just about what's on the plate, it's about what's missing from your table. So if you dream of big, satisfying meals, it might mean you're feeling fulfilled, while a sad, empty plate could signal a craving for something more in life. Also, dreaming about reaching for food that keeps disappearing might symbolize goals that feel just out of reach, and eating something absurd, like peanut butter and pickles, might indicate you're dealing with conflicting emotions. Sometimes food dreams are linked to indulgence or temptation. Eating cake in a dream might mean you're rewarding yourself, or that you're feeling guilty about that actual cake you inhaled before bed. On a deeper level, specific foods can represent specific needs. Bread might symbolize stability, while fruit could signal growth. Food dreams often show up when you're hungry, not just physically, but emotionally. If life's been serving you a bland diet of routine and stress, your dreams might decide to spice things up with a mental buffet. Dreams about fire. Fire dreams are your subconscious turning up the heat, literally. Whether you're watching a roaring bonfire, sprinting away from a blazing inferno, or trying to light a match that just won't spark, fire dreams are as intense and dramatic as a telenovela with flames for special effects. The intensity of the fire also matters. If the fire is warm and cozy, it might symbolize creativity, renewal, or a new spark in your life. If it burns brightly, it represents your passion, whether it's about a new project, relationship, or life direction. On the flip side, if you're afraid of losing something, involved in a heated argument, or going through overwhelming stress, the flames could mirror that intensity and burn out of control. Sometimes even this flame that burns out of control can signal a desire to start afresh, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. However, if your dream is about struggling to start a fire, it could symbolize frustration about something that just isn't sparking in your life. Or maybe your brain just really wanted to reenact a survival show. Fire dreams are your brain's dramatic way of exploring passion, renewal, or chaos. Whether you're tending a cozy campfire or watching your dream house go up in flames, these fiery visions always pack a punch. Dreams about darkness. Picture this, you're decorating and rearranging your room at night, and halfway through, the light suddenly goes off, leaving you confused and staggering around the boxes scattered all over the room. This is basically what dreams about darkness look like, except it's all happening in dreamland while the real you snores away. Darkness in dreams usually represents the unknown, fear, or confusion. It could reflect a situation like starting a new business, which makes you feel lost or uncertain, like trying to assemble IKEA furniture without instructions. But not all dark dreams are bad. Sometimes they symbolize a quiet space for reflection, much like turning off the lights to focus on your thoughts. It's your brain clearing the clutter to help you find clarity, even if it does so in the most mysterious way possible. The dark dream could also be tied to fears or insecurities lurking in the back of your mind that you need to address, like the emotional version of that sock-eating monster hiding under your bed. On the flip side, darkness could signal a need to slow down and take a break, like your brain just wants to hit pause, draw the curtains, and give you space to recharge, even if it does so in a dramatic, dreamlike fashion. Dreams about fighting. Dreams about fighting are like starring in your own action movie, only instead of epic slow-motion punches and a catchy soundtrack, it's you swinging awkwardly while dream logic takes over. Whether you're duking it out with a stranger, arguing with your best friend, or karate chopping a shadowy figure, these dreams pack a punch, literally. Fighting dreams often represent inner conflict or unresolved issues in real life. It's like your brain decided to stage a WWE match to wrestle with your emotions. If you're fighting someone you know, it might point to tension or frustration in that relationship. And if it's a stranger you're battling, it could be your subconscious sparring with something more abstract, like stress or insecurity. The intensity of your punches also carries deep meaning. If you're throwing epic punches like you're auditioning for the next Marvel movie, it might mean you're feeling strong and ready to stand up for yourself, or wishful thinking. Either way, Dream You is definitely the main character, and of course, winning the fight. But if you're throwing punches that land like feathers, it could signal feelings of helplessness or frustration. Fighting dreams often show up when emotions are running high. If you've been bottling up anger, stress, or anxiety, your brain might throw it into the ring to let off steam. These dreams can also reflect struggles you're having with decisions, relationships, or even yourself. Dreams about water. Dreams about water are basically your subconscious sending you a weather report for your emotions. If the water in your dream is calm and clear, it means you're on an emotional cruise with no icebergs in sight and it's smooth sailing ahead. But if the water is muddy and turbulent, then you're probably dealing with a situation that's troubling you emotionally. Essentially, the state of the water is like an emotional mood ring for your subconscious, except way wetter. Water might also crash your dreams when you're going through changes, just like rivers flow and tides shift, or if you're also drowning in emails, deadlines, or just existential dread. But if you have a dream where you find yourself floating in calm waters or lounging on a dream beach where even the seagulls seem chill, it means you're at peace with your inner self. It could also represent your subconscious telling you to go with the flow of what's currently going on in your life. If you're fighting against the current in your dream, it might mean you're resisting something in your waking life. And if you're caught in a flood, maybe it's time to acknowledge those emotions you've been avoiding before they burst through the dam like a high-budget disaster movie. Dreams about seeing a mirror. Dreams about a mirror is like taking a selfie, but without the flattering angles, good lighting, or that magical filter that erases all your bad decisions. It's your subconscious handing you a raw, unedited glimpse of who you really are beneath the surface. Mirrors in dreams are all about self-reflection, but the meaning can shift depending on the mirror's state or what it's showing you. If you see a clear, accurate reflection, it means you're in tune with yourself. But if the mirror is cracked, foggy, or making you look like you're in a funhouse, it's time to address insecurities, self-doubt, or that one decision you're still second-guessing. Mirrors also represent how you see yourself versus how you think others see you. So if Dream You spends time admiring the reflection, it might signal confidence, or maybe you need a little ego boost. On the other hand, if you're avoiding the mirror like it's showing a bad haircut you regret, it's probably your subconscious telling you there's something you're not ready to face. Kind of like how you ignore that inbox filled with urgent emails and hope they reply themselves. Mirror dreams often pop up during periods of self-evaluation or change. Maybe you're working on personal growth, grappling with a big decision, or just figuring out who you are. Dreams about escalators or elevators. Dreams about escalators and elevators feel like your brain decided to turn the ups and downs in your life into a literal theme park ride, where you're either discovering yourself or taking a weird emotional detour. Escalators and elevators generally represent progress, direction, and the speed of change. So if you have a dream where you're going up in an escalator or elevator, congrats! It's like your subconscious rolled out a red carpet to the metaphorical penthouse of success. Growth, confidence, and ambition are the VIPs on this ride. Think of it as your mental high five for aiming higher, whether in work, relationships, or just figuring out how to assemble IKEA furniture without tears. Heading down, however, might seem like a buzzkill, but it's not always bad news. Sometimes you need to hit the basement to uncover hidden emotions, reflect, or pick up that metaphorical toolbox to fix what's broken. It might feel like an emotional freefall, but maybe that's just your brain hitting the brakes for a quick reality check. However, if you are in a stuck elevator or escalator, it might reflect feeling stagnant or trapped in a situation where progress seems about as likely as finding matching socks in the laundry. These dreams would most likely show up to mirror the chaos of when you're in the middle of a major life transition, like chasing a promotion, navigating a breakup, or figuring out what's for dinner. Sometimes these dreams are also about control. Escalators are smooth and predictable. You step on and they do the work. Elevators, though, can be unpredictable and occasionally horrifying. Stopping randomly or speeding up, that's the dream version of life throwing you into situations where control feels as tricky as Wi-Fi at a family gathering.